Hey guys, how are you doing? I know we have covered a lot of JavaScript in the course and now it's time to actually get into some of the real world examples. So the first thing that we are going to see today is a very small game built out of just HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So yes, whatever we have learned in JavaScript, we'll try to use it out here so that we can, learn it with a real world example and create a game out of it. Now it is very easy and simple. However, if you know HTML and CSS, this will be like a piece of cake where we're coding the HTML part of it at least. And if you do not know HTML, CSS, don't you worry, I'll try to elaborate as much as possible. And for people who already know it, please bear with us. I'll be a little elaborative because there are many students who do not have the right knowledge of HTML and CSS. So I'll be a little elaborative for them. And of course, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the Q&A section. So let me quickly give you a walkthrough of what this game is and what is the code base that is going to be shipped with it. So first thing that you see is when I refresh the page, you see a code base. Of course, this initially is the Slack channel that I have. So you can definitely go click it and join the Slack channel. And of course, you can interact with me anytime. That also, messages me on the mobile phone. So if you have a quick question, you can just send it to me there and I can respond quickly. Similarly, the game loads up. Now the game is presenting us with two options, which is two numbers, 20 and 36. And every time I refresh, it will probably give me a new number. And of course, it will give me options. Now, one of them is the correct option and three of them is a wrong answer. So if you see 38 and 35, it should be around 73, right? So if I click it, I should get the correct answer, and I shouldn't be able to click anything after that. Now I do a play again and everything should work again. Now 22 and 25, which is 47, and the answer is correct. Similarly, if I do a wrong answer, it should present me the wrong answer. Let's play again. And if I want to just keep on playing or probably changing numbers, I can do play again and every number changes. Of course, this is all randomly generated and the entire logic is on JavaScript, no database storage at this point. And we will try to see how this can be used. Now, from the code perspective, you will see there are three files. The reference will not be shared. The reference was just a demo that I wanted to present. You'll see a styles.css that I'll send you. All the styles are already coded for, so you don't have to worry about it. I will also send you index.html. Again, let me show you what index.html is. It's a simple HTML tag, head, some meta tags, and including the CSS, of course, because we are using style.css. And we are also adding some animate CSS. It's from a CDN. And you can learn more about it by Googling what is a CDN if you don't know about it. Now, we also have this button that I always present to you, the Slack channel. And then we start with the demo. There's an HR and below it, we will start writing our HTML file. So you can start with the index.start file so that we can get started together. And I will code it in index.finish. So by the end of the lectures or all the videos, you will have a completed file. And so you can compare it wherever you get stuck. So if you're coding with me from index.start and you get stuck, you can go to index.finish and compare the code and of course fix your code. So that will be very helpful when you are doing practice along with me. Now that being said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the Q&A section. Now, if you just take a pause and think on what you can do about this game before even we get started, right? So how you imagine, how you picturize before you write a game, just think about it. So I presented you with the game. Now you can run your minds and think what else can be done with this. And if you have any ideas, let me know in the Q&A section how you can modify this game. I just want to make sure that we explore, we think, because coding and web development is not only about knowing the syntax, it's also imagination on what you want to create. So if you have a sketch in your head and you can put it onto the code base, then you can create awesome things. So make sure you try to see what I have. Like you have two numbers, you have block of options, you have a game. And now when you click something, you have an answer. So you can use the same format into many things. So let me see how innovative you can get and let me know in the Q&A section on what all can be created with this game. I will create a very small question in the Q&A section which will say adding game and I will say innovation options. So let me see what you come up with. I just want to make sure you have enough thinking going on. Now if you can see, I have a very small div, this one, that has a pink color, slightly pinkish color. Boys are very bad with colors, so please don't mind me. What is the sum of this and this, which means I need two numbers. And I have four options, which means out of the four options, one is the correct option and the rest is three. So when I see 4 options, the first thing that comes to my mind is I can use an array because it can be an option. And then next, of course, I do not have anything else, but I should have one correct answer. And how to identify a correct answer? Of course, there has to be something that identifies a correct answer. Similarly, there is a game state. If you think about it, either the user can win or lose the state. So there has to be something called as a correct versus wrong. And if you also see, there is something called a game over versus game playing. So these are certain states that you can consider while doing your thinking. Okay. Now in the next lecture, what we will get started with the code. We will start our first div where we'll start writing everything from scratch, and we'll develop this particular game by the end of the lectures. Okay. I'll see you in the next class.